What's up, SFL? It is the Midnight Ride for Week 10 action. That's right, we are ready for a new week. And this week, I'm playing Kyle. You know, his team is pretty good. He's had some bad luck at being 1-7 this year. But you know what? 2-7, it's not going to really help me in this playoff push. That's right, 5-4. Big win against D-Haas this week. You know, a D-Haas team that's wasn't really at full strength, but you know, I'm excited to play Kyle this week. And I was looking around and I just was confused, Kyle. Please tell me what this is. And Dylan, watch your ears.
For the people, for the people, dial, pound love, that's all.
Morgan & Morgan, America's #1 injury law firm with over $10 billion recovered. Hit them up at forthepeople.com.
Well, you know, Kyle's got a new career. He's already got a song on iTunes, and now, you know, Morgan & Morgan commercial. So, you know, good for you. But, you know, let's get into last week, and then I'll show you what this week has in store. All right, last week was a big, important week. Justin Fields getting in tow for me, had a lot of points, really helped me out these 2 weeks with the bye weeks for Pat Mahomes, and then, of course, Garoppolo. You know, we'll see in a little bit what happened to Fields for my team, but you know, Fields of 48, Mahomes of 45. That really got me up to that level because, you know, Higbee, I could have been really up there in the points, but, you know, Higbee decided to lay a goose egg. So, you know, Higbee needs a little bit. That offense needs a little bit in LA. So, I'm not sure, but you know what? It's good. Kittle's back this week, so not going to complain. Smith-Schuster, my big trade, helped me out. Lockett, again, consistently performing in that 10 to 20 points. And then Henderson laying another big goose egg for me, basically, with 7 points. And then, you know, with his team, quarterback play was inconsistent. 35 points between two quarterbacks, 10-point advantage just on one. And that helped him with Walker getting a lot of points, but, you know, everybody else was hurt, was inconsistent. And, you know, my trade with him for Devontae Smith really has helped me out. So I'm excited that D-Haas is going to get better this next round. But, you know, this week I got him, which was helpful to me. But this week we're going to start with Kyle. But before we do, we have a trade to announce. We had a couple trades, in fact. Let's look at Moiser for Winston. Sorry, I can't talk. I don't know what you're thinking about, Jordan. But, you know, James ain't starting right now. Maybe he'll start next week, so I guess that'll help you. But Raheem the Dream over for Holden. Good trade. Probably not starting because Wilson probably is. But if you look at this trade, this was interesting. We have Holden and, of course, Campbell Soup. Audie getting Heineke as he needed a quarterback. Elliott and Rondell Moore. A big trade for him. I can tell you I was going after Elliott and Moore, so a little pissed about that. But my trade, I took Fields, who had been performing finally, and got two players with Wilson and Claypool to get my depth up. I needed that. I think Wilson could be the starting running back in Miami, which would be huge. And he might get a start with this week. Well, if you look at my lineup, he is starting this week. I'm hopeful that he's going to have successful this round. I've got the Dylan strategy going as I have Garoppolo, I have Samuel, I have, of course, Kittle. Not to mention I got Smith-Schuster and Mahomes. So I am going all in on the Chiefs, which is one of the best offenses. And, of course, the San Francisco 49ers are getting better and better. So that's basically what my team is. Kyle, unfortunately, did not put his buys in, but he has a team that is not great. Diggs is going to have a tough season now with and Davis if that injury is consistent with Josh Allen. So we shall see. But, you know, my team is looking pretty healthy. His team's looking pretty not. So I am very, very happy about this upcoming round. So this week, it's an important week. Week 10, get that 6-4 record, get away from 5-5, get away from even, and kind of get myself set up for the playoffs. And speaking of the playoffs, it's time for your midnight playoff update. All right, so the playoffs, again, 6 teams, same 6 teams. Not very happy that Guy has gone from worst to first. My division is pretty tough, but having Guy there and Guy in first is just frustrating. His team is good, but not great. So stop talking about him all the time. Or not talking about him. Magic Skull Bus, that's right, number 2. Got that ranking back. I think Dylan's team is very dangerous. I would not want to see them in that second round, so I'm glad I'm kind of out of that. I've got D-Haas in a rematch, Martian Law and Jordan. But obviously, we've just been going back and forth and some tough matchups this week. So let's see how this matchup will end. And let's talk about what I'm going to do to Kyle. I apologize. It was really creepy, Kyle. I'm not going to do anything to you. But, I see this as a war between 2 machines. 2 people that have had solid teams and had some bad luck. Now, your luck, a lot worse than my bad luck. But as we robotic this into, and I'm trying to set this up, as we robotic into this week, I'm ready for the strong matchup. Ooh, robot balls. Ooh, that hurt me just watching. But I'm excited for this week. Let's get another win. And hey, Kyle, it's getting close to the stroke of.
One case in a career where you go all in. This is it.
All right. Then you do us proud. Because I don't want no scrubs.
Really?
No.